Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Project Management and Control. This video tutorial I am making to demonstrate how we can prepare simple and effective engineering log using planning software Primavera P6. So as we all know that Primavera is the best tool for schedule calculation. Based on the activities relationship we define in the program, it computes the planned dates, which is early and late dates for the construction and engineering activities. So once we define our link our engineering activities with the construction activities, we can compute the early and late dates for engineering as well as for the construction activities. So these planning dates are used for the future monitoring of the program, and the same way we can use the engineering log dates for the progress monitoring and update of the engineering activities. So as you know that for the construction project, we have several type of log. Number one is the pre-qualification log. So pre-qualification is the sort of company introduction where we define the company introduction, what is their history, when they make it, what is their scope, what is their financial capability, is they are ISO certified, is the company is registered with the local authorities, or the local authorities are allowed them to work in the work for this specific scope, and similarly is the company is financially stable, and what is the current project they are going on, and what is their completed project for the past, so that we can know the company is quite capable to undertake our project. And once the this is for the pre-qualification, we need to submit for the lift, for the generator, for the major MAP equipments, for the major civil and architectural finishes. So once the pre-qualification is approved, the next step is the material approval. So once we pre-qualification approve, we are going to submit the materials for engineer and client approval. And for example, after lift approval, we are going to submit what is the lift finishes, what is the lift motor, and similarly so for generator, what is the generator materials and accessories. And similarly, when in addition to this, we are going to some other materials which is not required pre-qualification approval. So in once the material approve and pre-qualification and material approve, we are going to our third step, which is shop drawing submittals. So shop drawing submittal are required when to get engineer approval and related authority approval prior to the construction activities of the site. So the engineer shop drawing submittal log make it sure that we get the engineers approval and rated authorities approval of the rated shop drawing from the authorities, so that the drawings are ready well before the time that we required at the site. And in addition to this, we need to get approval of the method statement. So we need a method statement log also, where we are going to get approved how we will execute the work at the site. So once we have this all, we are can start our work in the once we our program is ready, we are preparing a detailed program, and with the detailed engineering, and this detailed engineering we copy from Primavera to Excel for the monitoring. So why we take it in Excel is the reason is that when the program is approved, we cannot include very detailed engineering engineering in the Primavera program. And even we are trying to make our level best to make a more extensive detail of engineering. There is a lot of changes in the engineering logs or engineering works. For example, we suppose that there is only one drawing submittal for the ground floor of any building, but once we submit to the engineer, he requested to make more detail, divide the ground floor or any floor into different zone or different phases to make it approved. So in this case, and this modification we cannot do in Primavera itself, but we can easily do in the Excel. So in this case, the number of submittals keep on increasing or decreasing sometimes as per the project requirements. So such changes which need to be add more submittals and more drawings is easy than Excel as compared to the Primavera. In addition to this, if we are already as working at the project, so we know that there is a submittals log maintained by our document controller. This log is very extensive log, and it contains everything. Sometimes it contains some data which is not required for our program purpose. For example, like nail, some small consumable are not part of our project, but it is as a part of our consumable, like for example nails or some other item. which is not part of our program, but it is a part of our project. So this consumable item we are not including in our program, but yes, it is required for the project. So in addition to this, the major items which we have also keep on modification, or sometimes we are keep on adding, as I just discussed, that we are keep on increasing the number of rows, number of submittals for any specific item. So this item, this changes we are doing in Primavera, in Excel itself, not in the Primavera, because when Primavera program is revised, when once there is a major variation or some major delays which we need to recover, and we get instruction from the client or consultant to revise the program to cover up the delays. So only in this case we are going to revise the program, but in the engineering submitters, plus minus adding or deleting rows we cannot do in Primavera, but we can do in Excel. And in this case, the number of submittal will be keep on modifying from the every week. So let's see what we can do in Primavera and Excel. Now I open one program which is our residential our current project. So I just go here in organize. In the organize, I just click the shrink vertical group band. So it will shrink this vertical bars, vertical column. Sorry. So you can see now its vertical columns are shrink at that side. Now we have this one. This program, just go here in the, just remove this ID code from here, apply again. We just open this one little bit here. You can see that we have initial some milestones. These are project name. Then we have engineering. This we have pre-qualifications. Then shop drawings. Then materials and material statements. Then we have PS items. Okay, so we're not going to PS item. We are just going this for our engineering pre-qualification, shop drawing, material, and material statement. So before starting this one, we are going to open our Excel sheet. Now we open one Excel sheet. Once we open our Excel sheet, as we see before that, this is our program, and we just have this engineering, and we go in our Excel sheet, and in Excel sheet in the first cell A1 we just type the some project basic information, project name. So now we have just type some project name, project client name, consultant name, what is who's the main contractor, project commencement date, and completion date as 31st December 2025. Once we type this information, we are going to include now our basic information like serial number of the submittal, description. So here you see, I just type here serial number, item description, just make it a little big here. Then we have schedule dates, which is submittal date and approval should when we are expecting the approval. Then we have 4 round of submittals. I must assume that we are not getting approval in the first round. So this first round, second round, third and fourth, and then here is the final status. And then we'll just we add one more column here. Press select the column, Control C, and then press insert copy cell. And then this one just make it remarks. Okay, then we have this one. Now we have our revision number. So just because revision number is number revision 1, 2, 3, and 4, so it will not take into much space. So just reduce the column width to 3.5. Okay, and then again select this one here and press Control 1, format cell, and go alignment and make it 90 degree. Okay, and then status also only status we have A, B, C. So it's also like this. No need to that much space. So just select this all. Even final status. Okay, we'll do it later. This 8, make it 5. Okay, and final status we just make it also column width 6, and then press Control 1. This rep text, In the remarks, we can put our any information we want to convey to engineer or we want to keep it for the future record. So just make it here, and then submission date and our receiving date. Just select all these dates. Make column width as 9. So once you do this one, we will type the legend here. Our A is approval, approve. And B is approve as noted. Means it is approved, but you have to, before execution you need to engineer to review it, or you need some trying to be get approved before execution. So this is status B. It's status B same as approved, but just before execution we need to we have coordination with the client or consultant or authority, anything like this. C is that revise and submit means that engineer required some further information, so you have to submit the same submittal with the additional information requested by engineer or client. Then D is the rejected means you have to bring another supplier or contractor, and UR is for the under review. So once select this one, just select this, make it bold, and then this here you can put data date. You can type any date, for example, you type 2023 November 50. Just select this one, control 1, and then make the number as custom. I have this format. We have 2 digits for the date, 3 digits for the month, and 2 digits for the year. So it will show 15 November 2023. So there's no confusion that because sometimes there's confusion between which is month and one month is a number of first month or date. Some people they're putting day, a month first then date as American format, and normally some people they put date first then month. So to avoid this confusion, I prefer to make month in the with the alphabets. So once you select this one, just go here, okay, and then before doing this one, we can do one thing. We go to Primavera, and now in the Primavera we have here this our pre-qualification for civil and architecture. So this our number, and this original duration, remaining duration, schedule percentage complete is not required, and then this is start date and this finish date. Finish date means we are going to submit our pre-qualification on 13 July 2023. So we need this date. So what we do here, we just go in the column, we press column and then remove the unnecessary column. Activity ID we don't need. Finish total float we don't need. Start date we don't need. Remaining duration we don't need. Schedule percentage completion we don't need. Original duration is not required. Just remove it and press apply. So we need only the our finish date and the pre-qualification item description. So we just select this one and go to the last item, press shift and mouse left button, press Control C to copy and come in Excel and type the data here, Control B. So once you copy this one here, you can see here that we have a lot of empty cells empty cell and not empty cell means empty space here, so we need to remove this empty space. So either you can go one by one, but if there's huge data here, we don't have that much data, but if you have too much data, so better to you can go use a trim command, trim trim command. So we use trim command and select this one, trim, and control enter. It will remove the initial empty spaces, and then just copy this to from the down. So once it's done, just select this all, press Ctrl C and press control values, then remove from here and paste it here. Okay, and then we remove this initial rows, delete this one. Now our data is done. Now we have select this one from here down. Just go little 2, 4, 5 rows down, because we are going to suppose we are supposed to add more rows in the future. So just select few more rows, and then press Ctrl 1 to format cell and make so this one, make it here, make the font size 9, and then press 1, make border, and then just make this dark line all around, and then this thin line as a So once you do this one, just select these two columns, submission and approval, make this center. Now for this item approval, so you can see that it is going more, so no need that much space. Now it is approval date. This is the submittal date, means contractor is required to submit this submittal on 13th July. So it is required, how many days it is required for approval. So if you go inside the program, we saw that if you go any item, for example, this is a piling subcontractor. If you go in the successor activity, there is a piling subcontractor review and approval. If you go this item, you can see that we have duration for this 14 days. So means that contractor assume 14 days for the approval of this item. So now question is that for to be authentic and to be verified, you have to check project specification. In the project specification, there's a one item named project submittals and approvals. So in the this submittals and approval specification, go and check, read it. You will find how many days it is mentioned there for engineer to review and approve the submittals. So sometimes it is very specifically mentioned that engine required 21 working days to approve the submittal, or sometimes it is not mentioned. If it is mentioned there in the specification submittal on approval, it is very good. If not approved, then we have to check with the engineer how many days he want to put in the for submittal. So now we normally here we assume 14 days. So we just select all these cells here and then just put a formula that this is equals to submission date plus 14. So means that this date we need approval. Okay, so once we get this approvals, now we need the status here. What is the status here? So before going to status here, we just select row number 13 and go into view and make this free span. So this will go up, so you can see full screen at the all time. And now we have to put the serial number here. So put the serial number here, just select all the data information here. Now, one thing I want with this serial number to be the dynamic. Means what do mean by dynamic is that once we are adding or deleting the rows in between, the serial number will be automatically adjusted. You don't need to waste your time on this small thing to make the, if you remove one or add one, you have to, it's from the middle or in the, sometime in the middle. So you need to modify all the previous numbers. So I don't want to say waste our time on this small thing. So if you put this rows command, so rows command is dynamic. So if in this case, if we add or delete middle rows or at the end rows, automatically the number will be adjusted accordingly. So you don't need to do our waste our time, because sometimes I find that client and consultant, they make comment that the serial number is not correct to modify it, and they just return it for this modification. To avoid some small things, better to put some formula in dynamic, which is rows function. So I put rows function here. And then our first row start date is A14. So I'll cell A14. So I just press A14, make F4 to log this, and then double colon A14. So what this row will do, command will do, it will calculate the row number of rows from A14 to A14, which is 1. When it is go to next one, it is A14 to 15. It means 2 rows. Similarly, when it will go row number 16, so it is 14, 15, 16, 3 rows. So this number of rows, it will the our serial number. So just press Control Enter. It will make you 35 number of rows here. So you can see that we have total 35 submittals. From the home tab, just make it center. So once you do this one, our next target is to this final status, because status problem is that we assume 4 rounds of submittal: first round, second round, third, and fourth round. So for example, if the first round under review and then it is get C status, and then we submit again. So and then for example again C status. So we have to know what is the final status here. So in this case, we can put formula here, which is if formula. So I put it here that if our first submittal status is not equals to empty, then if our second submittal concatenate with our third submittal concatenate with fourth submittal is equals to empty, then our submittal state will be the first one. Similarly, if our third and 4 submittals are not equals to is equal to empty, then our status will be the second submittal. Similarly, if our fourth submittal status is empty, then our submittal is third one, status third one or fourth one. Then bracket close, then bracket close, then bracket again close, and then empty. Press enter. So you can see the status here. So just select this status columns and select, press shift control button to select all the status columns and make this center. But this will take this also, so make this one. Okay, now our data date will be, we'll type here. For example, now if our second submittal is under review, it will take C. And if, for example, if we get C and we get again submit again and it will get B status, it will take B, and then again submitted and we get A status, it will take A. So whatever status is there automatically will be modified here, and in the remarks you can put it actual submittal number from the submittal log, so that in the future when you are updating next week or after 1 month, you know that this submittal number is having this submittal pre-qualification of filing having some specific submittal number. So you don't need to go and check full log. You just go that particular submittal number and you check the what is the status there and just modify update this log. So once you have this one, this date will be taken from the submittal number. So you have to update this submittal. We have to make a procedure of process with our document controller, because document controller having a big huge log which contains of all the documents with all the submittals and all the RFI work instructions. So he has big log. From this log, we need to update about this log. So to avoid confusion, you have to make coordination with your document controller that every submittal he has in a week, he give you a copy. So once he give you a copy, just keep on recording this information. Once you are updating this log, or take out all the submittals and update this log. In this case, you don't need to go unnecessary information in the log, because the document, as we discussed before, the document controller have the material log which is raw. It is a content, and it is, you can say it is not raw, it is as built, because as the document are going to add it, submitted, he keep on adding the row. But our this log is the engineering log, which is future logs also. So we need to update this log from the document control log. So document controller, whatever he has logs submittal, he has to give you a copy, and once we are preparing the weekly or monthly report, from this submittal's copy you update this log. In this case, if you have some major log which is not here, you have to add it here. So this dates we can take it from the submission log, and receiving date when the engineer replied. So this dates from the submittals. Then status also from the submittal log, submittal itself. So just we copy this formula down. Just make 2 3 more rows, so that in the future when we add, automatically the formula will be there. So after doing this one, then we need to make our summary copy. This is the summary of civil architecture. So here you can see we type all formula. This is called under view. We have total number of submittals, how many plan, how many plan approved, means how many contractors to be submitted, and how many he is expected to approve by the engineer. Total submittal number of submittal, how much we have submitted. So this is the total number of submittal, will be the sum of A, code A, B, C, D, and under review. So, and this is our civil pre-qualification, civil and architecture pre-qualification. Just write it like this: civil architecture pre-qualification. So now total number. So total number will be the number of this all items. So we can do one thing. Either we can count this number, or we can count this submission date, schedule date. So if we are using this item description, so we can put it here. Formula is equals to count A formula. Count A formula use to count the number of tags. So in any row or column. So just select this all, and then just make 2 or 3 more rows, so that in the future and the more data I edit, it will be there. Okay, and then bracket close. So you can see we have 35 submittals, and you can see here 35. So it is matching. Now we need to know how much is planned. So for this plan calculation, we need to put as count a formula that this count, and this is our submittal date. So we select our this is our submission. This is all our plan dates, submission dates, and then just make it little more. Okay, and then our criteria is that this is less than, in the double quote, less than or equals to concatenate with data date. This data date is here. We did not put any date here. We 15 number, I already put it here, and then bracket close. So you can see here that we are supposed to finish 10 document 10 submittal till 15 November. So if you go here and change the data, for example, I just reduce this little bit so that we can see it. I just bring it left. If you can make this the first November, how many submittal we have? 10 submittals. Okay, suppose 10 number we have. For example, we have to go how much we have to submit for the 10th October. So we have 8 submittals. So it is completing the how many submittal we have to do in up to end. So in this case, you can determine how many submittal you have to submit in a week or in a month. This give you total submittal. How many we have? 35, and this will give you planned total submittals. Okay, from this month we have this month, and then you can make the previous week. So how much from the previous week? So you can subtract this week from the previous week. You will find how much you have to submit for this particular week or month. Okay, similarly you put here the approval is equals to count if this is our approval dates. Okay, just make 2 3 more is double quote less than or equals to concatenate with data date, and then bracket close. So means that we have to submit 8 submittal, and we are supposed to approve 6. Now this total submittal. The total submittal is the sum of A, B, C, and U, D status. So we just go here, count a formula, and thus we add this final status. Okay, and then just make it condition is that this is equals to A. Bracket close. So we have only one submittal, which is status A. Similarly, we just copy this formula down. Okay, and then just make this B, then status C, A, B, C, this D, and this is UR under view. Okay, now once you do this, just select this one, you will see that we have from A 12. When you go down, because we copy the formula from down, is A 14. If you go down, it will be A 15. So you have to make this again A 14. If usually it come down, so either you can drag it up, or you can make it from here also. You select, if you double click it, you will see that it is come down. So just make it up. Okay, similarly, if you double click this one, you find it, also drag it, so you make it up, and this also we make drag to the first information. Now to confirm is here, we just go here that this our start is A14, U14, okay, U14, 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 all U14, and then our status is first is A, then B, then C. Then you can check in the formula status by C. We have A, B, C, D, and under view. So in this case, you can make the log. As I say, this data are filled by with the help of the submittal paper. The document controller should give you. For example, now we have some more submittal here. For we have this status A. This A. This is B. This is B. This is C. This is D. This is D. This is UR under review. Under review. Under review. This is B status. This is A status. This C. This D. This B. So if you see here, you this all submittal came here, and then you could put formula here, some formula with all this data. So means that we have submitted 15 submittals. So this is our status of the pre-qualification. Once you update this one, all data will become here in the summary table, and you can just you need to modify this data date so that it the plan data will be adjusted automatically. Once you have this for all data, we just need to add a one table, one stack chart here. Just go in the chart and select the stack bar chart. Once stack bar chart come, just right click and select data from here, and then just add this one. This is our application and this is our information. Okay, and then you have to this data what plan. You can see here now our chart is ready now. But if you see here, you see notice that I just remove some initial rows because I'm not right. Okay, this is our log. Now you can see that this is our total number log, total number of total number of submittal coming at the down. If you want to bring it on the top, just right click, format axis, and go in the categories in the reverse order. Just select this one, it will go up down. You can remove this vertical bars, no need, no required. And this is our major bar, so just select this one and make it the color, any beautiful color you want it. For example, make it a yellow color if you want it, or a red color. Okay, and then this our plan make it yellow. Normally plan is yellow color. Approval is actually is normally the dark blue color, and then this also approve you can take also with this with the orange color, and status A you can take it green color. B also you can take light blue color. C is rejected, so you can take a brown color. D you can take a purple, and then color. Okay, so you can see now we type all this our information here. Okay, there's no space, so just put a space now. So now our chart is ready. Just make this one and make bold and make some good color for it also. So now you can see that our log is ready, and this is a dynamic log. And in the same way, you can just modify the project name, just make it some good color for your choice. Uh, make it font big. Okay, and you can insert. You can insert the logo of the contractor and client. Client, consultant, and contractor logo. You can put it there here and adjust it. Okay, now you can see the overall look of our log. These dates to be filled with the help of the submittals. This data will be automatically come here. I suppose that you can put the submittal law number here so that when the engineer reviewing this one, he can know that this submittal is related to which, so he can go and check by himself. He will not call you again and again, and it is easy for you also for the future reference. And the down you can have this summary table which give you the total number of submittals with plan and submit and approval, and total number of submittals. So, and this is table. You can put this table in your presentation also. So just make it in the view format and take the dark line outside. So this is our one log is ready, which is submittal log for the civil architecture pre-qualification. So just go and change the sheet name as civil pre-qualification P2. Okay, once we did, once we finish our civil pre-qualification, just go on this sheet and press Shift and Control and press mouse left button. It will come you one plus sign. Just drag to the right, and one more pre-qualification will be copied. Just make this MEP and remove this PQ here. From here, now go to program again, and now you this is our MEP purification. So first go in the layout and show in the bottom no bottom layout. Okay, civil pre-qualification we done we did it. Now is our MEP pre-qualification. So MEP pre-qualification is not that much. Just paste here and just make sure that you take the finish date. Okay, don't take start date because this is the date of submission of our pre-qualification. So just Control C, come in the log. Okay, and paste at the bottom. Okay, and then you have this spaces. You need to remove this spaces first. So just select all the data is equal to and then trim formula, and then remove this blank spaces from the start. Control C and paste 1 2 3, and then okay, then just select this. Before doing this one, just remove the old data. Then remove the formula from here. Just remove this one. This also to be need to be modified. Just go down here and then Control C and paste it here. Then just make the 9, and this is some format loss, so just copy this format. Okay, and this is the because no data, so remove this one. You can put if formula also here, so that when you put some data, automatically it will be adjusted. For the future items, when we add more item which is not in the program, so this item question arises which date I can put. So I for this item I can put the schedule submittal date same as the actual submission date because this is a new item which was not initially planned. So in this case, I put the schedule date of submission is the actual date of submission. Now you can see we have total number of 17 submittals, so automatically it is adjusted. Okay, and we don't have anything plan, we have only one. And if you put here, for example, if you put this status 3 item, for example, I put A, so automatically it will come here and this will be adjusted here. Now we have 3A here. You can go, and if you want to show the values here, just select here and show values. Inside and sidebar, or inside and inside bar. I put inside and then select the font color as white and make it bold. So you can see that it will show you the number also that we have total 17 and plan 1 and total submitted 13 and total submitted 3 and approved 3. And we can add here one more row here, which is pre-qualification log in the bracket MEP. Okay, and then just select this up to the end of data. Just merge this one and make this big color, and okay, same will copy this one here and put in the civil MEP application also. Just change the civil to MEP, civil MEP to civil. This is our civil and architecture pre-qualification. Okay, so now we have civil pre-qualification ready log and the MEP pre-qualification is ready log. Okay, same you can just press shift control and mouse left button and plus sign will come, and then drag it to the right. It will copy and then just make it shop drawing as the civil. Okay, so you have civil here. So if you go in the program just review approval we don't need. Now we go shop drawing and we have shop drawing civil. So this copy this all data one by one and paste it there. So you see you have a lot of data here. So you need to add more too many rows here. See we have too much data. So in this case we have to add so many rows here. So we go here in our program and just what we'll do I copy here, Control C and paste. What will do it will just copy the. Okay, we have now 46. So just make more. We need to add too much here because there's too much data here. Control C here. Then if you see here, we reached up to 169. So I think we need to add more. So you see that once you add the rows, automatically this number is copied. So you don't need to make this adjustment again. I hope will be okay, but I can think that we can do more, and in the what not need we can delete it. So we just select this all and then go and insert rows again. Now if you go press Control down arrow, we have 608. So I think it's enough. So now let's go. Just select civil architecture, submittals, and we done. We have shop drawings, substructure. Just select this all. Substructure. Block. Block C. E. Too many blocks we have. I think it's too much. Architecture. Okay, architecture we add more later. Just select this Control C, and we come over Excel sheet. We add one more row here and just copy the data here. And then similarly, we just type here trim, and then just go here, Control C, and press Shift Control up arrow. So it's all copied. Data is copied now. Press Control C, Control 1, 2, 3, and you can see how many data here. It's around 456, 464. So how many data we have now? 600. So it's okay. So we just go here and just copy from here. We added more rows than here. So just copy and paste it here. 1, 2, 3. And once you do this one, select all this one. Control C and Shopline Civil. Just make it 9 and control and just format the style. Here now, once you do this one, reach this stage, you can make this one, for example, this D1. So just make it bold and remove this date because this is the not the law. This is not the submitted is only the building description. So delete. You have to do this work manually. Okay, so this also bold and delete this one. Now you can see we are just finishing the our data here, just removing the unnecessary values, This you have to unfortunately do have to manually. If you find something which help you to expedite, it should be good. But for time being, I'm doing this manually. It's not too much data here, but I think better if you can find some formula here. This T2 and this service block. Finish. Now, if you come down here, you can see here that after all this one, we have still some data here. You can see we have 464 total submittals. So if you submit that, we have submit this one, but if we go here, we find that there's a lot of empty rows, which is the only building name, is not a data. So I prefer here in this case, we transfer our number from discussion from column B to column C. So let's see, it will work or no. 430. See, so now it means that there are 30 empty rows, which not no need to be there. And here we go here, this verification, this MEP pre-qualification will go here. Okay, so what we have to do this one. This is if you go data here, so select the data from here, right click, select data. So when you select data, it asks you for edit, and then okay. So now this we have to this MP. So just change this to MP. Pre-qualification, it will change automatically. Similarly here, when you come here, this is structure shop civil structure shop drawings. Yeah, and then just select here and then make font. So now you can see that, and similarly here you have to change here civil structure drawings log. Just remove the MEP from here. Okay, and then this our button here. Now down this is not information not required. We just copy for the log. So remove this one. This sheet also no more required. So just delete this sheet also. Okay, so I hope now in this case we can prepare our log. You can see now this log is not that much detail, but still we reached around 430 drawings, and still we have to make architecture drawing separately. So what I'm to say that in this case, you can make your log from the program, but the program is required that program should be have not it's very small, should be have enough information or detail so that we can make the proper log from the program. And in the meantime, when updating, we keep on adding or removing the data from the log. So what I'm to say, when you keep updating the log, the total number of this will be keep on adding or decreasing, modified every week or every month depending on your works decrease. You add drawings or delete drawings or something like this. So I hope it help you to help you to prepare, so how to prepare engineering log for your present or coming projects, and it will help you to make the sufficient drawing number of drawings in the program, so that the same drawings you can use in the log. So I if you like it, I recommend please share this video with your fellow engineer. I try my level best to make it more easy and understandable for our engineers so that they can use it. And if you like it, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. It will be a great encourage and for me to make more valuable and helpful videos for our fellow planning engineer. So please don't forget. To share and consider subscribing. And till next video, thank you very much for your valuable time. See you next time again. Take care. Bye bye.